Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining me again. Day 63 of Take a Journey with Me. I am starting to dig deeper into the individual women of the Bible for this section that I'm doing now, my journey, our journey together for Women's History Month. And I've kind of been topical about some women in the Bible, but this is specifics. I'm going to start with Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus. I think that's the most appropriate place to start. And I'm going to do it in two parts, today and tomorrow. And what I'm going to do is initially read some passage from the Bible and then say something about it. And I'll do that a few times here. I just think it kind of flows a little bit better for what I'm reading. So I'm going to start with the book of Luke, chapter 1, verses 26 to 42. And in this initial passage, I'm going to kind of go in spurts of the 26 to 42. I won't read straight through. So it'd be great if you want to go back and read the whole thing on your own, because there's a lot to glean from that as well. So this starts the birth of Jesus foretold. The angel went to her and said, "Greetings, you are highly favored. The Lord is with you." Mary was greatly troubled and wondered what kind of greeting this might be. But the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you are to call him Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High." "How will this be?" Mary asked the angel, "since I am a virgin?" The angel answered, "The Holy Spirit will come on you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you." "I am the Lord's servant," said Mary. "May your word to me be fulfilled." Then the angel left her. At that time, Mary got ready and hurried to a town in the hill country of Judea, where she entered Zechariah's home and greeted her cousin Elizabeth. When Elizabeth heard Mary's greeting to her, the baby in Elizabeth's womb leaped, and Elizabeth was filled with the Holy Spirit. In a loud voice, she exclaimed to Mary, "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the child that you will bear." Can you imagine living in such times, how she had to have been looked upon in her community, Mary? Do we have the faith that she did in God and his will for us to go on no matter what others' opinions may be? Do you have a friend or a family member who you could run to like Mary did with Elizabeth to see you through the unbelievable circumstances? And note that amazingly, Mary had Joseph. What a hero. You read later in that storyline in Luke and other gospels about Joseph loving her no matter what. The next passage, Luke chapter 2, verse 7. Just one verse here. "And she gave birth to her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for him in the inn." Though I do not have children, I do know the conditions of Jesus's birth had to have been extremely challenging for Mary and for Joseph. I cannot fathom their thoughts in these moments, thoughts of fear, confusion, excitement, all of those, for knowing who the baby was and who and how he was going to change the world. It would be easy to feel unworthy of this honor, yet they were humble and willing. My heart swells up thinking about them and about this whole amazing birth of Jesus. Have you experienced such conditions where you felt lost in, that you knew were necessary to go through no matter the challenges? And the last passage for today, the book of Matthew, chapter 2, verse 11. "And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they fell down and worshiped him. Then opening their treasures, they offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh." I see the vulnerability of allowing strangers into their intimate space as well. That's a dynamic you don't always think about. Mary was so very young, and there were many things happening over the pregnancy to the birth, that which were scary for her. But these things and these kings had to have been a pleasantly shocking surprise for her. What an honor to be in Mary's position. And then there were the human thoughts of their being worthy of this honor, these honors. Do you feel unworthy for times of honor, for acknowledgement of surviving trials and triumphs? Know that we have all experienced and overcome things, and we are worthy from God's honor for overcoming these things, and for recognition by others that understand that we did so with the grace of God. So long as we give God the glory and thank Him for bringing us through, and take the lessons that we learn. You know, a lot of times a military person will come back and say, "Don't thank me. I came back. My brothers and sisters didn't come back," or so and so. They don't want to take the honor that they do deserve as well, and maybe get on some toes. But I think everyone that puts on the uniform, combat or not, but especially those in combat, and know that they come back without somebody. It's hard, but know that you deserve honor as well. Mary and Joseph deserved great honor for being the parents of Jesus on the earth and letting him go as they did. It's a high calling. We'll get more into this tomorrow. I love y'all. God bless. Bye-bye.